this enchanted love of ours.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is, and each person should find that truth out for his or herself.
This enchanted love of ours. This enchanted love of ours.
You know what? Global family, look in the mirror. I want you to take a good look. You are the champion, the hero of your story. No matter how much praise you may give some of us who may help you on this journey, it is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
Tony, again, I give you accolades for, I don't even know what to say, for all the efforts, man, that you put in my behalf.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is.
It is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
Person should find that truth out for his or herself.
To help you see.
For his or herself.
They had to have some type of free will, at least in the traditional sense, for Lucifer, right, to being the, let's say, the most beautiful and closest, supposedly, to God, to be to woo with his wordplay, you know, a third of heaven to go to war, okay, and so on and so forth. So, you know, it's interesting,
okay,
nonetheless.
Okay, all right. That's just something I want to throw up so our community could to see a different perspective of that. You know, because we get thrown so many left and right curves from different places. You know, those who read and those who study, whatever, and getting back on track or getting a center of gravity. You know, like yourself, and then, you know, those who don't have an agenda for assisting us spiritual growth is very important. That's why, as I mentioned, your you know, what you do in your podcast, your forums, allow people to think and give rise to thoughts that perhaps they can't voice in any other in any other forum, but they can do comfortably and fearlessly here in this forum, because you know, we're not judging each other. We just want trying to learn and get some clarity. You know, because to me, you know, when I heard heard the story, I didn't associate them with being, you know, like spiritual beings. I associate the story with being some kind of physical beings that, you know, that a fable got wrapped around, and then, you know, a group went to war, and they lost the war, and a third of them lost it, and they had to leave. And over a period of time, they're trying to get back and you know, recapture what they lost. You know, but in a sense, a real neighborhood, like in Chicago, street gang kind of thing. You know, not with the, you know, like the woo-woo stuff. You know, because I think there's been a lot of stories that's been woven by different religions and different, you know, groups or whatever that put the woo-woo in what were actually confrontations on the physical level, or close to physical level, of beings that were really warring, you know, with technologies that we have no clue on, you know. But that's just me, you know. I think crazy anyway. But I love y'all for just allowing me to be me. So thank you. I'm done.
Thank you, David, for your add in there. So, let's see, because what I'm thinking to say is going to open up a door. I really want to open a door right now, because I'm still gathering some notes and things on it. I want to make sure I'm 100% on point with it. But I'm just going to say here that people are obsessed here with getting people to look at them. Okay. If you notice I mean, really, you all, especially you all who came to the last event, okay, we looked at society in a very specific aspect of the humanoid animals and stuff like that going around in society. That's very specific there. But over the course of like 2 years now, we've been really on different podcasts kind of analyzing the insatiable nature of people wanting for people, they want the likes, they want the followers, they want to do anything for likes and followers. I mean, many of us see this. We see websites like World Star Hip Hop. We see, we could look all across the web and see people doing the most asinine, the most craziest things just to get a few more likes and followers. Okay. That is actually, that's a disease. Okay. But those who are not just acting out because of groupthink, but more so are the perpetrators of the groupthink who want the likes and followers, okay? They are just acting like their father. Now you say like, okay, who we mean their father? Who's their father? Okay, their father is, you could say Lucifer, okay? How is their father Lucifer? Because in the heavenly spaces, Lucifer, he was obsessed with being the one. Okay, this is biblical, right? In this sense, he was absolutely 100% obsessed with being the one. He had to be the one. And this is what caused the problems, because he was let's say he was the right hand, like even like the high, he was the archangel. Yes, you had Michael, you had Gabriel, you had all these people, but they were behind Lucifer, okay? And when God, I'm doing quotes here, my air quotes here, right? In this story, okay, I'm not saying that this is true or not. You have to.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is, and each person should find that truth out for his or herself.
Okay, so I'm just telling you a story here. And in this story, he loved the praise. And for this God, okay, to give the praise to flesh, to these entities created out of clay, energetically, you can say, yes, these entities created out of clay are beneath an archangel. But for these creatures, these dirty, nasty creatures out of clay, to be looked at and to be given the praise from the Father instead of me getting the praise,
Hate it.
I'm supposed to get the praise, all of the praise. And for instead, these humans to get the praise. That's a problem. And that's what started to create the animosity, the hatred, which started to build up. And we literally see that happening all around us all the time with these arrogant people. We call them social influencers now, right? And so from that point, his arrogance, his anger became so insatiable that he convinced 1/3, right? As the story goes, 1/3 of heaven, to fight against literally, you can say, a more superior force. But he was so arrogant, just like, again, we see what happened to these people all around us. Again, that's why I say it's a sickness. It's a sickness. It's a virus. Okay? Even though the superior force with literally God, yes, you had the archangel Michael, who was one of the most powerful angels, okay? And you had the superior force with so-called God behind it, okay? And he thought, because he was just that arrogant, he thought with his 1/3 that he was just going to do something that, if he would have really been just slightly humble enough, right? Or possibly listen to a third-party opinion. I'm sure somebody was there like, excuse me, Lucifer. I just want to tell you that I'm with you, bro. I'm really with you. But it's only 1/3 of us, and it's much more of them. Do you really think this plan that you are devising will work here? Because I don't want the consequences that will happen with that. I mean, I'm just saying, are you doubting me? Because remember, Lucifer is extremely arrogant. Are you doubting me? I'm not doubting you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. But there's a consequence that could potentially happen, and I don't want that consequence. You understand? So I'm just asking, are you sure that this is the right route? And of course, because of his arrogance and everything else, he was sure. Of course, we know.
Round 1, fight.
That as he was fighting Michael, which is one of the most powerful angels, but some fighting, going back and forth, and Michael pretty much was beating his butt. Okay, so these two archangels, this battle in heaven, you could just imagine, all you think of like, because really, again, this is myth. This is myth, allegory. Right. This is metaphor. This is and truth, all mixed in together, right? And so you could just imagine whatever you could imagine as a sci-fi battle. Okay, whatever you all can. So let's think of the most sci-fi battle you could just think of, right? Whatever the most extreme version of that. Okay. And wherever your mind could take you, so that's the extreme version of your mind. You say, yes, I'm there. Okay. It's beyond that. Okay. So this crazy battle going on, right? And so Lucifer pretty much was getting his butt whooped. Then because he was getting his butt whooped by Michael, he changed himself into a dragon. Okay. This is how the story goes, right? So he changed himself into a dragon.
Round 2.
And because in this big, huge dragon, he felt that in this pretty much, like you could say, like his final form, right? That he could now beat Michael. And then Michael ended up still beating him. And then he was cast down. Okay. Right. So in all his cohort were cast down with him. Of course, and I bet that person who tried to give Lucifer some advice, he was like, damn it, wrong side. I shouldn't have done that. So anyways, and so these entities are like that. Okay. There's nothing you can say. They are so arrogant. Okay. They are, and again, I'm not talking about ones who just follow them with groupthink. I'm not talking about this the hive mind, okay, who people, young people, especially young people, remember in these conversations, I'm never talking about children and I'm never talking about teenagers because they are born into this mess, okay, and the majority are not going above and beyond to fix it, okay, so they're born into this mess and you can't blame them for spazzing out, okay, because think about it, the pressure is becoming even more pressurized, okay, and yet most of people in all of our age groups are tweaking hard as can be. Okay. So how do you expect a 7-year-old not to tweak or a 15-year-old not to tweak? Of course they're going to tweak. They're going to tweak hard. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be patient. You got to be stern, but be patient and understanding. Okay. And give them a chance. Tell them the right way. Okay. But just don't order them around. Okay. Who wants to be ordered? You know what I'm saying? So just don't order them around, but tell them what it is and why it is, okay, to give them the potential chance to be on a better path, okay? So, but I'm talking about people 30 and above for the most part, all right? So with that, you just see this, so this arrogance, everything else, it comes from somewhere, it stems from something, it's a disease, okay? And so, and those entities would do anything and everything to be looked at as the one, just like their father. Okay. Who, and also they're willing to jeopardize your etheric cord. They're willing to jeopardize your path and the brightness of your so-called soul. Okay. Just so they can get more likes and followers. It's just that serious. But then one could say, but likes and followers, it's not like they're getting like a God is going to come down and give them like powers or something off likes and followers. Yeah, you're correct. But then why would you do it then to that extent? Why mislead people to that extent? Why do this to that extent if it's not gonna? That's how serious the disease is. That literally just for likes, follow, literally just for that attention, literally. Like I wouldn't be. Remember, this is a magical place. I would not be shocked at all if humanity just turned their back and didn't give any of these entities any more attention, if they would just disappear. So, or they're just like crumble like the Wicked Witch of the West, just kind of and kind of go into their own shadow and just disappear. I would not be shocked. I mean, it would not surprise me. People would tweak. I'm sure people would tweak about that, but I wouldn't be shocked. I said, oh, okay. I knew it was possible.
This enchanted love of ours.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is, and each person should find that truth out for his or herself.
This enchanted love of ours. This enchanted love of ours.
You know what? Global family, look in the mirror. I want you to take a good look. You are the champion, the hero of your story. No matter how much praise you may give some of us who may help you on this journey, it is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
Tony, again, I give you accolades for, I don't even know what to say, for all the efforts, man, that you put in my behalf.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is.
It is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
A person should find that truth out for his or herself.
To help you see.
For his or herself.